Hi, as you could have seen from the caption that today's video is going to be exclusively on maternity leave. Now, as promised, this is the part 3rd of the series of the video that is with respect to the 8 joint note, and I am your host Rahul Srivastav who would be presenting you with this topic. So let us straight away move to our first point. Now the question comes, for how many occasions and for how many months can maternity leave be granted? So friends, maternity leave shall be granted to a female employee on substantive pay, generally for a period not exceeding 6 months on any one occasion and 12 months during the entire period of her service. Now, what if you have a twin? So, in case of delivery of twins, the period of the leave shall be 8 months. I repeat, shall be 8 months. And suppose you have went for a maternity leave. Now, next question comes to mind is, if somebody wants to exceed her maternity leave, can she combine it with some other kind of leave? So the answer is yes, maternity leave can be availed combining with any other kind of leave except casual leave. Except casual leave. Now, we shall move to our next slide. Now, the next question that comes to mind is, what happens in unfortunate case of miscarriage, MTP or abortion? So friends, in such a case, maternity leave may be granted as a rule up to 6 weeks on the basis of medical certificate and advice of a competent medical practitioner, that is, could be a qualified gynecologist. Next question is, can maternity leave in the above situation be granted beyond 6 weeks? Can it be granted beyond 6 weeks? So the answer is yes, in special exceptional cases involving medical complications associated with miscarriage, MTP or abortion, maternity leave may be granted beyond 6 weeks if advised by a competent medical practitioner. Okay, clear? But there is a clause under this. What is that clause? The clause says that up to 6 months only on any one occasion within the overall limit of 12 months during the entire period of the service. So I guess this is clear to you. So now the next question that comes to mind is, could maternity leave be granted on grounds of hysterectomy? So the answer is yes, but within the overall period of 12 months, leave may be granted up to a maximum of 60 days only. So the next question is, what if the employee have availed and exhausted maternity leave of 12 months? So in that case, what could be the option? So my dear colleagues, in that case, leave of 15 days shall be sanctioned over and above the same. You got my point? Over and above the same, but subject to production of medical certificate. Subject to production of medical certificate. So the next question that comes to mind is, could maternity leave be granted to a childless female employee? Is it possible? So the answer is yes, leave may be granted for legally adopting a child who is below 1 year of age, but for a maximum period of 9 months, subject to the below terms and conditions. There are certain terms and conditions. What are those terms and conditions? First is for adoption of one child only. Next is adoption of child should be through a proper legal process and the employee should produce the adoption deed of the bank for sanctioning such leave. Next is the permanent part-time employee are also eligible for grant of leave for adoption of a child. Next is the leave shall also be available to biological mother in cases where the child is born through surrogacy. Last is the leave shall be availed within the overall entitlement of 12 months during the entire period of during the entire period of service. Now next question that comes to mind is, maternity leave could be granted to a female employee within the overall period of 12 months in case of hospitalization on account of some gynecological ailments, treatments up to a maximum of 30 days. But what are those treatments for which the above leave could be granted? So for your information, I have compiled those treatments which are as below. First is AUB, that is abnormal uterine bleeding. Second one is ovarian tumor. Third one is tubectomy or tubectomy reversal. Next is postpartum depression, postpartum hemorrhage, acute pelvic inflammatory disease, and last is disinfection uterine bleeding. So friends, I hope this would be very useful to you. If you like the video, please subscribe to my channel, press the bell icon for latest updates, and do share with your other colleagues, because this video is for the female employees who are working in the banking fraternity. So please do share this video and take care of yourself. Thank you for watching.